So far on the 2020 KTM 300 XC TPI, I'm really enjoying it. How to adjust the power valve out just slightly, about a turn. I might go just slightly a little bit further out on it, but it's dang good. And the tire I have on the rear is a Dunlop AT81 EX. It is fantastic. A little bit more money, about 112 bucks. But the grip that I'm getting, second to none. So, all in all, pretty happy. Obviously, I'll have a full review of the bike later. I'll put some time on this one and the 250 version. And kind of do a combined review, maybe. Oh, shoot. Hit the rear brake. Foot slipped off the peg and hit the rear brake and completely killed it. And they've been doing a lot of work right there. It's either the Forest Service or Uinta Trail Council. Thank you very much for that. That was a lot of work, I could see. Picking the side of that mountain out. A lot of work right here too.
So this trail is actually one of the closer trails to my house. I live in kind of northern central Utah. But it doesn't get ridden a lot, and I think it's because these trails are a little bit more technical than most of the other trails in the area. They're quite rocky and they're quite steep, and so they get overgrown with this scrub oak, and you just kind of get beat up as you're going out on this trail, out and back, because you can't see enough. It's not wide enough where you can see very far in front of you, so you're mostly in first gear. Every once in a while you're in second gear, but you're shifting between the two, and it's very, very overgrown, and you can't see a lot. And this is one of those trails that could actually use a little bit more traffic on it for sure. Some trails, in order to kind of maintain, they need a little less traffic, and other trails need more traffic. This one just really needs some people to come through with brush saws and brush cutters and just go through and spend a few hundred hours and cut out some of the brush here so it's not grabbing on you. By the way, if you want to know where any of these trails are, a lot of people think I don't give away trail locations. The truth is, actually, I don't give away public, like super public trail locations. What I mean by that is I don't give out the trail locations on YouTube, but if you email me, Kyle@DirtBikeChannel, I give you, to the best of my abilities, the trail locations for where we are riding. Sometimes I have maps, sometimes I don't, sometimes I can give you like the trailhead, and you're more than welcome to do that right now. If you email me, Kyle@DirtBikeChannel.com, I respond to every email that I get there. Sometimes it takes me a day or two, and other times I can hit you back in just a few hours. It just kind of depends on what my schedule is. But yeah, this is one of the more technical trails that we have here in Utah. It's not real long, so you know, you can kind of budget yourself a few hours. This isn't the part of the trail that it goes up or down the mountain. This is just kind of an out and back. Actually, you can turn this into a huge big loop if you're street legal. But anyway, you can send me an email and I can give you, whatever details that I have on this trail and other trails. So it's one of the things that I take a ton of heat on is that I'm not publicly just saying, hey, here's where this trail is, and I have extreme good reasons for doing that. I have many reasons, which I won't go into here. But if you contact me publicly or privately on my email, I can do that. Every once in a while, people contact me on Facebook, and I also respond to those. But I'm not looking at Facebook as much as my email. All the years in corporate America and doing enterprise sales, I'm programmed to check my email rather than my social media. So that's how you can get a hold of me. If you put a question down in the comment section down here on YouTube saying, where's this trail? Chances are I'm never going to answer you. But if you send me an email, I will answer you. So this was a really good ride to kind of get back into the swing of things before we went on a 4-day Idaho trip. And again, this 300XC 2020, I rode the 300XC quite a bit up there in Idaho, and then I rode out of the days, I rode the 300XC one day, and I rode the 250XC the other 3 days, and they both didn't skip a beat. There was one time that I had to, we were doing a trail where we went up 3,500 feet in elevation in the course of about 3 to 5 miles. And at one point there, I did shut off the 250XC and let it recalibrate itself, and then took off again because it was acting kind of funny. But that was the only time that I ever had that problem. The funny thing is, on the backside of that mountain, you drop that same amount of elevation, 3,500 feet, in just a few miles, and it didn't seem to have any problems on the way down. It was just, it had the one thing on the way up. But I'm sitting there going, hey, rather than having to jet my dirt bike, if I have to just shut it off for 5 or 10 seconds, that's pretty cool, because the rest of the time we rode 205 miles and both bikes were completely spotless, flawless running. I did have to recalibrate the motor that one time. And I had a similar thing happen on this 300XC a few weeks before, when we were doing a ride here in Utah. I had to, once I got the bike out of the truck, it just wasn't really running quite right. So then I took, and it was after we started to climb in elevation, so then I shut the bike off, let it sit for 5 or 10 seconds, started it back up, and it ran like amazing. So far, these 2020 TPI bikes, the ones that I've been testing, have been completely flawless, not a problem at all. The tires that I've been running on them have been second to none. I'm running the Bridgestone M59 on the front and the Dunlop AT81 EX tire on the back, that gummy tire. Even when looks like it's worn out, it's hooking up on things that no other tire I've ever tried is hooking up on. So give those things a look. I know they're more money, but I'm going to be buying those things here for a long time to come, because it makes me feel like a hero when I'm riding the dirt bike. So anyway, that's what I've got here. I'll let you guys finish out the end of this video.